Meet Glenn Gamboa. For the past 17 years, Glenn has been Newsday's chief music writer. Glenn has an amazing job. He files reviews from the hottest concerts and interviews just about any musical artist you can think of. Want a recommendation for new music? Glenn's your man. But it's not always glamorous. He spends a lot of time at the Barclays Center. While he's there, he doesn't have much time to think about where to eat. So he usually gets the same fast food every time. When I found this out, I made it my mission to jump on the train and take Glenn on a tour of the best places to eat near Barclays Center. The result? A day of great eating, and countless stories from the guy who always has a backstage pass. There was a time when Atlantic Center was just a transit hub, the place where you transferred trains. Now Brooklyn is hip, Barclays Center is here, and suddenly the dining scene just steps from the train is booming. We took the LIR from Long Island to Brooklyn, landing at Atlantic Terminal to begin eating our way around the Barclays Center.
It was a pretty easy ride.
Pretty smooth.
We wasted no time getting started, stopping at the Empanada truck that parks daily just outside the train station. It serves up some of the best Peruvian empanadas in Brooklyn.
Caesar's Empanadas. One of my favorites. When it's here, gotta stop. These guys have some of the best fried empanadas I've ever had in New York City. What's the favorite?
Chicken.
Really?
Chicken, the next one is beef.
The next one is beef. Makes sense. So we got two of the good ones.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Here's
Okay.
yours.
Thank you.
Sorry I gave you the spinach and cheese. It was just the one on the top.
I feel healthier just eating fried
Just
dough.
knowing that I gave you the spinach
Fried
and cheese.
dough is still fried dough. You can't go wrong. Fantastic. Crispy.
Still crispy. Cheese is nice and melted. Next up, you got the chicken and cheese. I got the beef and cheese.
All right.
These are supposedly their two most popular empanadas.
Okay. That's good.
Simple. Beef, cheese,
There's
little bit of spice.
peppers in this. It's great.
You're the winner. So, if you were to have to share an empanada with somebody, who would that person be?
You know, Alex Kapranos from Franz Ferdinand,
They wrote a book, didn't they?
he wrote a book
Cookbook.
on food criticism.
Yeah.
Just from the restaurants he ate at while he was on tour.
That's a good use of extra time.
So he would win, I would think.
Understandable. He's got a leg up on everybody. He's
Right.
been talking about it and practicing it for a while
Yeah.
already. All right, ready to go?
Yep.
Let's go do some more eating.
Sounds good.
After empanadas, we continue walking down Flatbush Avenue to Park Place, where I introduce Glenn to the wonders of Sweet Chick. This hip, southern food spot is where you can find brunch every day, but more importantly, fried chicken with waffles. This is the place you want to visit in the afternoon before a show, for a laid-back atmosphere where the music is lively and the cocktails flow.
You know, chicken and waffles was a dish that was created in Harlem? Yeah. I always thought it came from the South, but it was the whole reason that they decided they wanted to build on this concept. They do chicken and waffles, shrimp and grits, farro salad, gotta have mac and cheese, biscuits and gravy. Where do we want to begin? Let's go chicken and waffles right away immediately.
How can you not, right?
There you go. Oh my God. This might be one of the best chicken and waffles I've ever had. Look at this hot sauce. It doesn't have any name on it. It tells me that it's probably made in-house. You okay with hot sauce?
I am.
I hope so.
Now, is this healthy for me?
We had to get something healthy, right? Fried chicken, shrimp and grits,
Right.
mac and cheese,
Healthy's good, though.
farro salad, little arugula. It gives you energy for your
That's
your
right.
rock concert reviewing.
That's right. To brave the crowds.
Brave the crowd.
Music seems to have always been in Glenn's blood. Growing up in Cleveland, in the shadow of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Glenn found himself writing music, playing the piano, and eventually promoting concerts for local bands. He started working at the Akron Beacon Journal as a business reporter, but continued writing about the local music scene in his free time. His hobby became his career in 1998 when he made the switch to full-time music reporter. After 5 years of writing about concerts in the area, Glenn left the Midwest for Newsday.
He started to see how hip-hop could be a way for him to use his voice.
Glenn, you're smarter than me to stop. We got a lot of eating still left to do. It's only daytime right now.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know.
Well, we got to start slow.
What was your favorite?
I got to say the chicken and waffles was fantastic.
I think I got to agree with you. The chicken and waffles was pretty phenomenal, and I think I'd want some mac and cheese has to go with it.
After brunch, we headed to Vanderbilt Avenue to check out Olmsted. This 2-year-old restaurant is a great date night option near the arena. The 12-minute walk from Barclays makes Olmsted the farthest option of the day, but I reassured Glenn that the house-made frozen yogurt alone was worth the trip. With a beautiful vegetable garden out back and a whimsical chef in the kitchen, it's easy to see why this is a popular dinner spot among Brooklyn Nets players. Normally, Olmsted opens at 5:30, but today we got a special daytime sneak peek where we tried dishes like kale fresh crab rangoon that comes in Chinese takeout boxes, shaved beet salad, a carrot crepe, and of course, the frozen yogurt. While Glenn finished the last rangoon, he told me about the first time he got to go backstage to meet REM. That moment was the catalyst that rocketed Glenn's passion into overdrive, making music no longer a hobby, but a mission to make it his career. And with his countless Billy Joel experiences, I think he accomplished the goal.
We've done well.
Yes?
Good ending to a great meal,
Yeah?
but we're not done.
I'm ready to move on.
Good soldier. Let's go.
Let's go.
I've actually never been to Barclays, which is ironic because I'm a regular in the area. I mentioned this to Glenn while at Olmsted, and he immediately made some calls, insisting we make a pit stop for a behind-the-scenes look at the life of a music reporter.
Time to go to your wheelhouse.
Yes, welcome to Barclays Center.
Look at this place. Can't believe I've never been here.
I don't know how that's possible.
Hi, Glenn. Hi, Barclays.
Good to see
Welcome.
you.
Good to see you.
Mandy.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
Mandy,
for
this is my
coming.
friend Pervez. Pervez, Mandy's the head of communications here at Barclays.
Awesome.
I'm so happy to have you both.
And she
Thank
knows
you.
everything about the building.
Good.
Almost.
I have a million questions.
Excellent.
I know a little bit about everything. That's what I tell people.
There you go.
Not a lot about anything.
Mandy took us backstage to the green rooms, where performers hang out before they walk down the artist hallway. We took the same steps that Barbra Streisand, Madonna, literally every artist takes as they prepare to take the stage.
So this is our artist hallway where we have photos of every single event that we've had at Barclays Center since we opened in September of 2012.
Glenn, how many shows have you been to here?
It's my second home.
There's actually a bed with Glenn's name on it.
It's true. There's a room, there's a cot in the back where in between shows. I just like that. But this was the first show. This was an incredible night.
I know that guy.
Jay-Z opened the arena, but he was kind of the reason why the arena came here because
He was one of the main influencers in helping to get the arena created. And I remember that first concert because for those of us who were here when this arena was being built, it was a dirt pit. It was hard to envision it being done. And I remember standing at the foot of his stage opening night and looking out into the crowd and hearing the cheers and the cell phones and thinking, oh my God, we made it. This is here, it's done, and it's real.
Finally, we headed back to the arena. Among the perks of his job at Barclays is that Glenn usually has a prime seat for the show, where he often writes stories from his phone.
so usually, you come in off the lobby. If the stage is over here, this is pretty much the section that I'm in.
There are worse seats in this place.
That's true. And when there's a center stage, then it's perfect.
Glenn's being modest. He has a great seat.
After you poke him out of his cot in the back right there, right?
Glenn, wake up, it's time.
Back to the
The
show.
show's starting. Oh, okay.
So what's the best show that you've ever seen here?
The first Jay-Z show here was just so amazing. You could feel like Brooklyn was like excited that this was here, and like Jay was a part of it, and like he grew up over there in the Marcy Projects, and now he like helped build this amazing arena for Brooklyn. You couldn't. It's hard to beat that kind of moment.
The tour left us with an appetite, so we said bye to Mandy and headed to Vanderbilt Avenue to one of my favorite ramen joints, Chuko. For me, this has gone from being a favorite casual date spot to the place where I come with the family, or just need a winter pick-me-up. It's minimalist, straightforward, and home to a $16 bowl of mind-blowing kimchi pork ramen. So this is one of my favorite places. When it gets cold outside, especially, you can find me here mostly almost every week, dude. Chuko Ramen, maybe one of the best ramen places in the city. I don't know if there's a correct way to eat ramen.
Yeah.
The way I like to eat ramen, I feel like the most efficient way to eat ramen. Chopsticks with your dominant hand,
Okay.
spoon with your non-dominant hand,
Okay.
and just keep going. You need some of this.
Okay. And what is this?
This is a chili oil
with crispy garlic in it. It's gonna add a whole nother level of depth to your broth. I like to put the whole thing in. So look, on Long Island, one of your biggest beats as a music reporter is Billy Joel. How did he become that?
He lives on Long Island. He loves Long Island. He talks about Long Island all the time. How could we not focus on him? Once I told him that I had really struggled as a piano player with Chopin, who is one of his favorite composers, and then we talked about why it's hard to play. We bonded over that, and since then we've had a pretty great relationship.
The thing I love about the wings here, the skin, like you'll taste it. You taste the crunch. Hear that? And so finally here, we gotta go for the tater tots that are served okonomiyaki style. What do you think?
Really good.
Good. Mayonnaise and fried potatoes, can't be bad. I could sit here and finish this whole bottle of ramen, but then we'd be done for today. And there's no room in our schedule today to nap. So
Right.
We got a lot more eating to do.
Okay, I'm down for eating.
Let's go eat.
Okay.
As the sun set and the streetlights flickered, we began making our way towards the train, but not without first stopping at James. This neighborhood restaurant is a pioneer. They were among the first to change the dining scene near Atlantic Terminal. The vintage space at Carlton and St. Mark's Avenue sports a menu that plays on American classics. We stopped here for happy hour, for one of their legendary burgers. After polishing off the last herb tossed french fry, we headed back out onto the streets to explore nightlife in Brooklyn.
That place never disappoints. Never. Best
It was-
burger in Brooklyn.
It was amazing. So you want to get a nightcap here?
All right, twist my arm.
All right. Atlantic Social.
it is.
Excellent. We've made it to the back room of Atlantic Social, which is right across the street from the Barclays Center.
I've walked by this place a million times and would never have thought that it would be this cool.
It's a huge place. It looks different in the front. There's a bar area, there's dining area, and then this is the back room.
It's like a man cave. And they let you eat in here?
They
It's
do.
Amazing. We got some pepperoni pizza, some meatball sliders, and a bevy of cocktails.
So this is Detroit style pizza. What does that mean?
Detroit style pizza is essentially kind of like Sicilian style pizza. Got a thicker crust, but I think that with the Detroit style, you see a little bit more caramelization on the edge. It's a nice treat.
And the spiciness kind of offsets all the bread, so you need it to absorb all the heat.
What's your go-to story at a party?
Well, there was the time when Beyonce hit me in the back of the head. I was at a show, Jay-Z was playing, I was sitting in the back row of the section, and Beyonce was coming down the aisle. Okay. And while she was brushing past me, she hit me in the back of the head with, I think it was her coat. And she came back and she wanted to make sure that I was okay, which to me kind of cements that's what a nice person does.
I'm surprised Beyonce herself did it. It wasn't like one of, whoever was standing around and being like, I'm sorry Beyonce did that to you, It's like,
right.
That's pretty amazing.
It was actually her. So that's my brush with greatness. A literal brush with greatness.
Glenn, sliders next.
Excellent.
So the chef here is new, you tell me, huh?
Yes. Before he came here, he also did some work with some celebrities, including my favorite Cardi B.
Wait, he was a personal chef to Cardi B?
He was. And he says she's nice, which made me very happy.
Sounds like you might have an in with the chef to get an interview here.
I'm pretty psyched about that.
There you go. All right, dude. So we gotta go catch the train, right?
Yeah, it's getting that time.
Yeah.
I need a nap. I'm probably gonna fall asleep on the train.
All right, let's go then.
Full of food and adventure, we walked back to Atlantic Terminal and hopped on the next train back to Long Island. Because of Barclays Center, the area surrounding Atlantic Terminal has evolved into a destination. Now there is a booming dining scene awaiting any Long Islander who wants to explore new foods. With Glenn's new enhanced knowledge of dining options near Barclays, and my backstage pass to experience one of the coolest jobs at Newsday, we both returned home with bragging rights and a day that could not be forgotten.